Okay, today I'd like to talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're either looking at a network marketing business or they're currently involved in a network marketing business. And this mistake is so common. And until you actually understand what we're going to talk about right here, it's very hard to have success in this business, because this is the basis of how you build your business. If you look in this example, if you look at the gentleman over here, he's scratching his head, because what happens is when people get started, okay, they think you have two entities. You have your company that you're associated with, and you have your personal business. And a lot of people think they're all one and the same. They're both moving forward together to get to the goals of the company and the goals of your business, which is to make money. However, this is what I'm here to tell you. They are two separate entities. The company, they reach their goals in a certain manner, and you reach your goals in a certain manner. But here's the problem. This is why so many people fail in network marketing, and this is why they have such a poor retention in their business as far as business builders, is that people buy into the company's plan without even knowing it, because they don't understand that there's two separate plans. Okay, and here I just want to give you an example. If you look at the circle right here with the company and your business, I'm going to show you there's two separate routes. Okay, and this is what you have to understand. They're both in two separate places. You'll notice that they're not ending up in the same place. They're both moving forward parallel. In the same way, they're both reaching their goals together. However, the way each entity gets there are two totally different paths. See, let's talk about this a little bit more in depth. Let's talk about the company first. The company, but both entities, you and the company, both have the goal of retention. You both want to retain customers, and you both want to retain representatives. So how does the company do it? The company first needs to get you emotionally attached to the story of the company, and then to the products and services that company offers. They need to get you attached to the story behind the founder, the story behind the vision of the company, where they're going, what they're doing, how they're different than everybody else. And then they need to get you emotionally attached on the product, why the product is relevant to you, and why it's going to help you, and why it's going to benefit you, and why the timing's so great. So that's what they need to do. They need to get you emotionally attached to those two things, because that's all they have. Because at the end of the day, this is what the company looks at. The company looks at their bottom line. How much product or services did they move that month? So when you look at their scheduler, they work on the 1st to the 30th, and they do that every month. Okay, it's the 1st, and then let's get as much as we can to the 30th, and then it's the 1st of the month, and let's get as much to the 30th or the 31st to the end of the month. And that's how they function. And their goal is to sell as much stuff, widgets, whatever they have, each and every month. So if they have a representative base and they're introducing people to the business, they need to make sure that these people become loyal. They become loyal to the cause. They become loyal to the company vision. So that's why they put so much emphasis on the company story and the company product. I mean, if you go to every single company and you see how they're built, the majority of them, I'm not going to say every single, but I'm going to say 99.9% of them, if you look at their system and you look at the information they give you and the tools, it's all a corporate message. It's about the company story, it's about the founders, it's about the product and services and why they're so great. So that's the first thing they need to do in their retention process. The second thing they need to do is to teach you and to promote the peddling model. And the peddling model is nothing more than recruiting new representatives in the business, because when new representatives are recruited in the business, if it's a product-based company, typically products are moved right away, a first initial order, and it's usually a bigger order. And then they have selling volumes in order to get a check. Some companies that they're service driven, you have to have 5 customers or 10 customers or 40 customers. And if it's a product driven company, it's usually volumes. And typically what they do for the representatives, they will set a certain amount of volume they have to reach in order just to get a check. Some companies might say, okay, you have to get $500 in volume each and every month. Maintain $500 in volume each and every month to get your check. Some will be more, some will be less. less. But see, that's what they need to do. So what they do in order to have those two things happen is they will develop promotions that foster recruiting and foster selling of the product. Now, you might say, well, what's wrong with that? Isn't that network marketing? Yes, it is. However, what happens is the company, this is how they think. They think by putting more money in your pocket, you're going to stay and you're not going to go everywhere. And you're going to wake up every day with the same passion and the same zeal to build your business, because you know what? They've got this promotion running this month, and it's going to put an extra couple $100 in your pocket if you gather X amount of new customers, or if you recruit X amount of customers in the next 30-day period, you're going to be associated with some special club within the company or whatever, and they'll pay you a little bit extra money. Because what do they want to do? They want you to work hard to sell whatever they have, and that's the only way they know how to retain people. Because you have to understand that the people running the companies, they're executives. They never built businesses before. They were never in the field building a business. And you might say, well, how can you say that? You don't know that about every single company. Well, I know this. If you're successful at building a group within the field, there's absolutely no way that you would leave that distributorship and go work as an employee and trade time for money. There's no way you would do that. See, these executives, they may have been in network marketing for 20, 30, 40 years, and they know how to do customer service. They know how to do research and development. They know how to develop product and track it and ship it and pay your commissions on time. But they don't know how to build a group. And some of these executives even go and talk in seminars about building a group. But all they know is they know how to retain people on the corporate side, and that's by buying them into the product and service story and then putting together promotions to keep the people working, because they believe in external motivation. So this is what happens at a conclusion. The company reaches their optimum retention, and their company profits are high. Your customer gathering is high because that's what they're promoting. Gather more customers, bring on new representatives. But what happens is your group retention is low, because the company would say, man, recruiting's down, or man, we're losing as many people as we're bringing in, and they'll just accept it, and they'll just say, it's a numbers game. And you, as a representative, a lot of times you're not even aware of what's going on. You're frustrated because you're like, man, what am I doing wrong? It must be something I'm doing wrong. I'm just not a good enough leader yet, or I'm just not finding the right people. No, what's happening is you're following the company's plan to reach their goals. See, right here, the company reached their goals. They got their profits. Their profits are increasing. Okay, and you gathered some more customers, so you're making a couple extra bucks. And because you're making a couple extra bucks, you never recognize that you just created yourself another job. That's all you really did. You're really working for someone else, and you're trading time for money. Because if you actually stop doing what you're doing and stop even talking to your group would fall apart, because your retention numbers are low. And this is called the peddling model. This is called the peddler model right here. And here's the problem. Okay, you want to build a business, yet you're following a peddler model. You're following the model that's going to get the company to their goals, but their goals are not your goals. You don't want low retention in your business as far as representatives. You want high retention. Okay, and see, people are new. They don't know any better. They don't know to question. They've never even been taught this information. So, they are building trust with the company, that the company is teaching them everything they need to do to build a successful business. They're teaching you everything they need to build a successful company bottom line, but they're not teaching you what you need to do to build a successful business. Now let's talk, how do you build a successful long-term business with high retention? I'm not talking about the industry standard. See, if you follow the company model, you're looking at 10 to 20% of your representatives are going to stay and build a business. If you're going to follow the model that we're going to talk about, you're going to have anywhere between 70-80% retention, sometimes even higher depending on your compensation plan. But let's show you how. See, in your business now, what the first thing you need to do is you need to learn how to retain yourself so you don't quit. That's the biggest thing, because every day you're going to wake up and you're going to fight a battle. And the battle that you're going to fight is the battle within you. The voices in your head that are going to try to get you to quit and to stop putting time into this business. And that's called your belief system. And here's a crazy thing, and research will bear this out. Your belief system really isn't real. Your belief system is just what you're telling it is real. So if you're telling your belief system that not a lot of people are successful in network marketing and retention's 20%, it's the 80-20 rule, and all this mumbo jumbo and network marketing, only people at the top make money and everything, all that is not factual information. But to you it seems factual because that's what's in your belief system. So the only way you're going to win the battle with yourself is by committing to a daily personal development system. Every day you work on getting better on how to change your belief system and get rid of those falsehoods in your belief system and make your belief system into truths, into what you want to happen in the life. Until you learn how to retain yourself, you're not going to build a business in network marketing. You might go and you might make a couple bucks here and there, but you're not going to build the business that you think you want to build. And I think if you're listening to this right now, you want to build a business where you can walk away from this, or you can duplicate your income at some point. You're not going to do that in the peddling model. If you do it in the peddling model, all you did is you created yourself another job, because when you stop peddling, your check stops. But it's still good for the company. So the company will promote peddling till the cows come home. So once you learn how to retain yourself, now what's the next step? Well, now you're going to be building a group. So now you need to learn how to retain a group. The only way you're going to be able to retain a group is if you have a duplicatable personal development system. I've seen people in network marketing retain themselves, but then they don't have a system to retain other people. They just tell them to go read personal development books, and that's it, and that's their retention. Or they might say, just get on this conference call every week and we're going to talk about leadership, and that's how you're going to retain yourself. No, you need a duplicatable system that is application based. Okay, information is part of it, but you need to teach people how to apply this into their daily routine, and it needs to be duplicatable, because how are you going to do it with 1,000 people? How are you going to do it with 2,000 people? How are you going to do it with 50 people? If you know how to retain yourself, that's one thing, but now what's your system you're going to do, to teach this to everybody? So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to have tools and a system to foster retention. Okay, both of them must foster retention. Your tools, your prospecting tools, your recruiting tools, your follow-up tools, they all have to be based upon retention. They have to be talking about retention day one. And see, if you look at the tools you're using, I'll guarantee you there's probably not even one word of retention in it. There's words of recruitment, there's words of sales, and there's things about the company story and the products. You want to know why? Because I guarantee you are using tools that are promoting the company's goals and the way the company wants to build their business, the way that they know about retention. I'll guarantee it. I see it every single day. If you want retention and you retain yourself and you have a system in retaining your representatives within that system, they better have tools that talk about retention right away, because you need to change the belief systems that are in these people's heads that are your prospects. Why? Because the belief system in their head, the truths that they think are so true, is that network marketing doesn't work. It's a pyramid scheme. Only the people at the top make money. All that. And to them, they're truths like we talked about, but they're not. So you need to have tools that address that right away and start to educate them right away, period. And then you need that team training system. Excuse me, if I look at a lot of these individuals who are using tools that promote the company vision, and then I look at their training system, well, guess what their training system revolves around? All the how-tos of building your business, how to recruit more and how to sell more. But there aren't any sections on how to retain your people, because what the company's telling you is, look, you're just not finding the right people. You need to find the right people. Just accept the fact that 80% of the people are going to quit and 20% are going to stay. Don't accept that. The company's just telling you that because they don't want to put the time and effort in to teach and put together a duplicatable personal development system. Why don't they want to invest time in that? Because number one, they don't know how to do it, number one. But number two, they work from the 1st to the 30th. They don't function long term. They don't function. Look, it takes time to retain people. It's not going to happen in a 30-day period. It's not going to happen in a 60-day period. It's not going to happen in a 180-day period. It can start to happen, but it's not going to totally happen. So that's such an important part, because when you have all three of those things working together, this is what happens, and this is what you have to pay close attention to. You reach your optimum goal in retention, but now look, the company profits are high. Well, they were still high in the other model that the company had. Your group customer gathering is high. You know why it's high? Because now you're going to put the emphasis on personal development, but then you will, over time, you will learn how to sell product at your own leisure, not with these stupid promotions. I mean, I can't tell you, the company that I'm involved in, they run promotions like crazy, and I don't take part in any of them. Our team, we don't take part in any of them because we know what's going to happen. It takes our focus off retaining people in our group. We will put together systematic strategies to bring on maybe one new customer a quarter, and that doesn't kill you. But what happens over time is your customer gathering is high when it wasn't your focus. And then here's the kicker: your group retention is high. And see, this is where the difference is. If you take their model and you follow the company's model, they're still going to make a good profit. You're still going to go out there and gather customers, but your retention is going to be low, because it's just a low retention model. You're not teaching people how to win the battle within themselves every single day. But when you take the track of retention through personal development, the company wins, just like in the other example. You're gathering your customers, which you're happy because you're making money, and then your retention is high. So if you had a choice on two routes you're going to take, which is the route that you want to take? I want to think about that. Answer the question. I think we both know the answer. Okay, but see, this is the professional side in network marketing, and this is what is never taught to individuals. This is like hidden for some reason. We're exposing it. See, if you talk to the top money earners in any company, they are not peddling product, guys. You know what they're doing? They're doing personal development. They're teaching personal development. They're gurus in personal development. They know how to change belief systems, because that's the professional side of network marketing. That's the side you want to be in. You don't want to be in that peddling side over there. And the great thing is you have a choice, but the unfortunate part is if you never recognize this before you get started in network marketing, chances are you're going to join the wrong company, number one, and then number two, you're going to buy into everything I talked about on the company side, and you're just going to get frustrated, period. As much as you believe in network marketing, as much as you want to reach your goals, the longer you stay in that peddling model, then the sooner you're going to get from quitting this industry, because you just can't figure it out. And then you start to give in to your own belief system that's fake and that voice inside your head. Now, what's your solution? Well, number one, you need to decide, do you want to be a peddler or do you want to be a professional? What we've done here at the Propreneurs is we teach people how to be a professional entrepreneur. We don't deal with peddlers. Peddlers look at what we do and they say, you know what, man, I can't put money in doing that. I just can't do that. And what the professional says? The professional says, yeah, I need to learn. I need to learn how to build a group based off retention. And see, if you look at professionals in any industry, doctors, A doctor doesn't get their degree and stop learning. Surgeons, they keep learning about more techniques. They still go to classes. They still do their personal development within their field. A lawyer, they still do their personal development in their field. An accountant, they still do their personal development in their field. A teacher, they still do personal development in their field. However, if you're in network marketing right now, I want to ask you this question. What are you doing personal development in your field all the time, becoming better? I'm not talking about selling products and services. What are you doing to become better? And what are you doing to apply, to take that information, learn how to apply it in your business? A lot of people aren't doing that. They might go to a conference here and there. They might read a book here and there, but it's not a daily task. It has to be a daily task. And what we did is we created two great tools to help you in your business. Number one, a training website. This is what happens. A lot of people that we talk to are in other network marketing companies. They're frustrated, and we start talking about this information right here. They get so excited because it makes so much sense to them. And in the back of their mind, they're probably thinking it, but you know what? They never say anything because they don't want to look like the person that's uncoachable, the person that's swimming upstream and questioning what's going on. But then what happens is say, you know what? I want to do this, but I don't know how to get started. I've got a team of 20 people or 30 people. I don't know how to build a website. I don't know how to get this information. How do I even start talking about retention? I don't have the credibility. That's why we developed a team training website that can house people from every single company in network marketing, and you don't even know that there's other people on that site in other companies. So you can have the generic training on retention for your group, and it's duplicatable because everybody will, be a member using that training website. And then we can make specific facets for your business in that same training website that only you and your group sees. Only you see that company. You don't see anybody else's company. It's a fabulous system. It's $20 a month. That's it. And this is basically how it looks and the structure and everything. It's simple to navigate, but it's just a great thing. This solves the solution of the individual that says, you know what? I love what you guys are saying, and man, I want to get more. But how do I get a duplicatable system within my group? And how do I do it quickly? A lot of people don't have the expertise to get all this technology together and to get it in the right place and to get it moving, and then they have to worry about updating and this and that. We've taken care of all that for you. And then we've taken the next step. We have a personal development system, and this is a 2-year course. This is becoming a professional. If you want to become a dental hygienist, you have to go to school for a certain period of time. If you want to become a teacher, you have to go to school for a certain period of time. You have a curriculum that you have to follow. If you want to become a lawyer, you have to go to school for a certain period of time. You have a curriculum you have to follow. Here's the problem in network marketing. There is no school or curriculum that you have to follow to get your degree. There's none. That's why people fail. Imagine saying, I want to be a doctor, and then you just go ahead and do what you need to do, and you try to figure it out. Who's going to hire you as a doctor? How much money are you going to make? You're not going to make anything. You're kidding yourself. And this is what goes back. Do you want to be a professional, or do you want to be a peddler? We put together a 2-year online course, also face-to-face training, telephone training, and we're going to teach you how to be a professional entrepreneur through personal development, how you're going to be a personal development guru by the end of 2 years, and you're going to be a professional. So now you can attack your profession of network marketing the way it should be, as a professional does. We're going to teach you that. We're going to hold your hand and do that. We're going to expose you to what professionals are doing every single day. We're going to put the application within your daily routine and your daily schedule. And here's what it costs. A whopping $85 a month for 24 months. Comes to just over $2,000, like $2,050, somewhere in there. That's your course. That's you get your certificate, your certification in professional entrepreneurship. Go look at your local community college. Go look at your local vocational school. Go be a dental hygienist. It's probably an $8,000 program. Go get your welder certificate. That's a $5,000 program. Go get your culinary arts hospitality certificate. That's a $5,000 program. We're going to teach you to be a professional entrepreneur with a certificate. You're going to be passing tests and everything, for just over $2,000, $85 a month. And then that's going to help every single facet in your life, not only your business, your personal life, your social life, your community obligations, whether it's at your church or you're coaching your kids' sports or whatever it is. But this is what we have to offer individuals. We have a solution. We have a solution, and right here is our online course. It's set up in 8 semesters. Everything is self-guided. It's self-guided so you can go at your own pace. Yes, it is a 24-month course, but you can do it in 36 months. You can do it in 30 months. You can do it in 18 months. It all depends on how fast you pick this up, because it's not based on you just reading a book. It's based on you reading a book, analyzing that book, knowing that book, and taking a test of how competent you are on that information, and then applying it into your business. That's the key. So here it is in a nutshell. Do you want to be a professional, or do you want to be a peddler? If you want to be a professional, you've got to make some choices. You definitely have to make some choices. If you want to be a peddler, there's nothing wrong with being a peddler, but understand you're not going to get professional results. Professional results are leaving your job. Leaving your job because you have residual income. Not leaving your job because you're a tremendous salesperson. You can go get a job for a company and be a salesperson and get benefits more than likely. But, you need to make a decision, and until you're aware of this, it's difficult to move forward. But when you understand this, now you know why the company does what they do, why they run the promotions they run, why they have the leadership positions they have, and then you know why the professionals do what they do, why they have systems in place that are systematized, that are self-development. Okay, very important information. I hope some of this information helps you out. If you have any questions, please get a hold of the Propreneur community and the person that sent you to this website. We can get you all the information that you need. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule, and have a great day.